Good evening and welcome to coverage of the 1998 Golden Vale Irish St Leger from the Marketsfield Stadium in Limerick. It promises to be a great final, and along with the final itself we'll also be featuring the consolation final. However, we begin tonight's programme by taking a look back at the happenings 12 months ago and that tremendous final involving Deep Decision and Firefly.
The bell sounds and the hare moves away towards the traps quickly. The trap draw for you. Sunshine Haven is 1, Firefly is 2, Bebop Alola is 3, Deep Decision is 4, Howie's Minister is 5, Nifty Neve is 6, the favourite is 4. That's Deep Decision, but it's Firefly that breaks extremely well. Firefly of Limerick has got the best possible start here. Deep Decision is in trouble. It's only third into the bend. It's Firefly that leads now from Howie's Minister down the back straight. Firefly still having the slight advantage now from Howie's Minister. Deep Decision is making ground, moving from third into second, but at the second bend from home it's Firefly still in the lead. Deep Decision is in second place, also making progress now is Sunshine Haven off the final bend. It's Firefly and Deep Decision is going to be desperately close at the line. It's Deep Decision. Firefly has won the Leger from Deep Decision. And the crowd loved the success of Anne Barry's Firefly.
Well, throughout the 98 Leger campaign, we've had plenty of excitement, none more so than at the semi-final stage. We had 3 semi-finals last weekend. They were all wonderful races.
Kerwick's Rose is in trap 1, after the Fox is 2, Noctouche Master is 3, in 4 is Potter's Joy, Astral Walk is 5, Boardorf Rogue is 6. It's the opening semi-final of the Leger. The hare now is at the traps and they break well, and best of all is Potter's Joy away from Boardorf Rogue and into the first bend. This is a surprise because it's Potter's Joy that has the lead. Boardorf Rogue is also well in contention, as indeed is Astral Walk. Kerwick's Rose at the moment is moving into third position. At the second bend from home, it's Potter's Joy leading by a length, possibly 2 from Boardorf Rogue. And Kerwick's Rose now trying to make ground on the inside at the moment. And off the final bend, Kerwick's Rose is getting the better of Potter's Joy. Finishing strongly is Boardorf Rogue, and at the line it's Kerwick's Rose that has won it. Boardorf Rogue is second, so Kerwick's Rose is through, but in trouble earlier. Here we see it off the final turn. Kerwick's Rose getting inside Potter's Joy. Watch also for the stripes of Boardorf Rogue, finishing strongly all the time. And at the line, Kerwick's Rose and Boardorf Rogue, they're the 2 to qualify. The favourite is Deerfield Sunset in trap 1. Sinead's Rocket is 2. Rocking Bob runs from trap 3. Murty Beg is in 4. Spooky Phantom is 5. Last year's Leger finalist Sunshine Haven is in 6. And it's Deerfield Sunset that gets a flyer from trap 1. Sinead's Rocket and Rocking Bob are all there into the turn, but it's Deerfield Sunset, the odds-on favourite, that has a sizable advantage now from Sinead's Rocket. Rocking Bob is also well in contention in third. It's between these 3, of which 2 will qualify for next weekend's Leger. The second bend from home, Deerfield Sunset racing towards the home straight now. It's Deerfield Sunset all the time. Rocking Bob is into second, and back in third is Sunshine Haven, but at the line it's Deerfield Sunset, and in second place Rocking Bob. They're the 2 to qualify. This is the break again. Deerfield Sunset got off to the best possible break, leading there from Sinead's Rocket. Rocking Bob now also making a little bit of progress at this particular point. And into the bend, it was Deerfield Sunset that got that all-important lead from Sinead's Rocket, and Rocking Bob in third at that point in time. And then off the final turn, the impressive performance of Deerfield Sunset, scorching towards the line from Rocking Bob to win in a great time of 30-10. Deerfield Sunset and Rocking Bob are through. Deerfield's Leo is in trap 1. Kilmessan Jet is 2. Mer Chief is 3. Regal Champion is 4. In 5 is Elite Snore Boy. And Dream On Lady, fancied here, is in trap 6. The hare is at the traps, and it's Deerfield Leo that breaks well, but causes a lot of trouble for a number of the other dogs, and leads into the opening bend from Elite Norboy and Dream On Lady. It's Deerfield Leo down that back straight, having the advantage now from Elite Norboy. But watch Kilmessan Jet, the locally owned dog, is moving all the time. He's into second from Elite Norboy and Dream On Lady. The leader, however, is Deerfield's Leo. Off the final turn, it's Deerfield Leo leading from Kilmessan Jet, and finishing strongly is Elite Norboy as they go towards the line. Deerfield Leo has won it. Kilmessan Jet is second. Elite Norboy is third. What a great finish. Off the final turn, Deerfield's Leo is leading. Second, Kilmessan Jet. Elite Norboy in third. Dream On Lady is fourth. And as they go towards the line, Kilmessan Jet was closing, but Deerfield Leo held on to win.
Well, we're now ready for the centrepiece of tonight's programme, the final itself of the 1998 Golden Vale Irish St Leger. 5 dogs, 1 bitch go in this race. And just looking, Deerfield Sunset, well, he's certainly going to start as favourite for Father Brian Dalton, running from trap 2. The second Deerfield is Deerfield's Leo, favourably drawn as well on the outside in trap 5. Board Duff Rogue from Tipperary, well, he's the outsider of the 6 entrants in tonight's final. Local hopes rest with Kilmessan Jet, that's drawn in trap 3. And Barry's Firefly won last year. Can Ger Carroll's Kilmessan Jet win in 98? One wonders. Kerwick's Rose has an outstanding chance, that's drawn in trap 1. And the other runner is Rocking Bob, one of 4 dogs representing the Kingdom of Kerry. They haven't won it since 1953. It's likely that they'll have a big say in tonight's final. A wonderful race is in store. OK, John, what did you make of the semi-finals? They really were top class.
Oh, they were top class, no doubt in the world about it. And of course, that what you call Deerfield Sunset, no doubt, sure, proved that he's a real good dog the way here. And then that Kilmessan Quest, Carol's dog ran terrible well altogether, isn't it? And of course, McKenna's other dog, the Deerfield again, he looks a real good dog on the tour. He ran terrible well sure altogether the semi-final. And I think it's going to be a very good final anyway.
What about the winner of the final?
Oh, the winner will be number 2. No doubt, I think that he's that good bit of early pace and he's run right. Like. But the bitch in number 1 could give him a run for it. She's fairly good.
And every round we've had terrific crowds here on the World Go. Big crowds and terrific racing. And I think tonight we have a final and really 6 good dogs in that final, which is a great thing.
Just pick one of them for us, Richard.
Well, I'm going for the Limerick dog. I think if Kilmessan Jet is anywhere near him at that bend, the Jet will fly home for Limerick.
Hey, Pat, what's the betting on the ledger?
Well, Deerfield Sunset is favourite, but the punters haven't started backing it yet. I think I'll have to go 5-4 because he's a winner in the book for us. And the best bet is the local dog Kilmessan Jet, and Kerwick's Rose is a loser for us as well. So that's the story at the moment.
Are you enjoying your night here at the Dogs? There seems to be a great atmosphere.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I came here last year and it was a good night, so that's why I'm here again tonight.
What about the final itself? You know, are you going to have a little bit of a bet?
I think so. I think I'll go on the favourite, number 2.
That's Deerfield Sunset. Hoping to make a few pounds?
Hopefully.
Enjoy your night here at the Dogs.
Yes, of course, we enjoy it because we don't have same race in France, so it is a real pleasure to discover something like that.
And yourself, did you enjoy your night?
Yes. It's a good game.
Was it exciting?
Yes, but I have not parried enough made money, and he had made money, but he had lose.
But you're happy?
Yes. Yes.
What's your rate of the chances of Deerfield Sunset? Is he the one to beat?
He looks to be the one to beat. Like he's done everything right so far. Like he's the early pace, everything has his box tonight, I think. But I'd be hoping that Kilmessan Jet, the local dog, Ger Carroll and Dennis Carroll, that he would again hold the ledger here in Limerick. For the Limerick dog that won it last year, so hopefully it will stay in Limerick again this year.
There's a lot of talk and a lot of interest too in Rocking Bob.
Yeah, he ran very well the last night. He's a dog that if he gets a run, like he's tremendous pace, like he showed tremendous pace in the semi-final, like. And I think going back to the semi-finals, like the 6 best dogs came through out of the semi-finals, possibly, well, 5 of them anyway. Like I suppose the Board Duff Rogue, anybody didn't give that a chance, I suppose, of qualifying. But I think five dogs from 1 to 5, like they were the 4 dogs going into the semi-finals.
But it's been proven to be a very, very good race this year. I would expect that probably the Deerfield dog, the favourite, has a favourite's chance and should win it.
OK, Pat, for many years now, Golden Vale have been involved with the sponsorship of the Ledger.
Yeah, I think this is our 8th year, and certainly it has been very good to us. And I suppose you could say it is only natural that we should be involved because it's a very important social aspect of life in Northern Ireland and in the urban areas. And I say, in that, I suppose we encompass our suppliers and our customers together in that involvement. So we're very pleased to be involved, and it has given us the exposure which we feel is adequate and necessary for a company of our size involved in such a business.
Sport in general, John, has been heavily reliant on sponsorship, and Golden Vale have been very good to the various sporting organisations throughout the country.
Yes, as a commercial company, I suppose, operating in this broad region, we're very strongly associated with many of the sports. And if you take our operations, I suppose they span from having a very significant presence at farming level in the context of as a major milk purchaser, as a major supplier of materials back into farm. And of course with our finished products then, we have a very significant presence in this broad region, Limerick, Clare, parts of Tipperary, Kerry and so on and so forth, which I suppose side by side is a very strong greyhound territory and hence the connection with the greyhound sport.
OK, Father Brian, doubly represented in tonight's final. Eagerly looking forward to the final, I'm sure.
Yes, I am. I've been here before with two dogs in the final, and a couple of years ago in the Project Stakes, and didn't do any good, but I'm hoping for the best.
You're based in the United States. Tell us a little bit about the greyhound industry in America.
Yeah, well, I've a big number of dogs in America. I've run at Massachusetts, Wheeling, West Virginia, Miami, center of the state of Florida. A lot of dogs out there.
Of course, being a native of Listowel in Kerry, steeped in greyhounds, I'm sure.
Yes, I've been in greyhounds for many, many years. My dad had a few dogs as well, and I've been involved in dogs in Florida since the early 60s and been fairly successful, but it's a hobby for me, not a living.
Being a native of Kerry, I'm sure greyhounds in your blood all your life.
Yes, they are, and as I said, it's a hobby for me. And since 1969, I've had dogs in all over the state of Florida, and it's great enjoyment. And whether I win or lose, it really doesn't matter to me, but I enjoy it, and it's my hobby.
Deerfield Sunset and Deerfield's Leo. Tell us about the connection with Deerfield.
I spent half of my priesthood in Deerfield Beach, Florida, which is just north of Fort Lauderdale, and I took the prefix Deerfield, and most of my dogs are called prefix with Deerfield.
Capacity crowd at the Marketsfield Stadium in Limerick for the 1998 Golden Vale Irish St Leger final as the 6 dogs are led down to the traps. Here we see Kerwick's Rose, jointly owned by Miss Emer Galvin and Mr Patsy Byrne from Kerry. Patsy, of course, trained an English Derby winner in the past. This is the favourite to win tonight's classic Deerfield Sunset, owned by Father Brian Dalton, a native of Listowel but now based in Miami. Kilmessan Jet carries local hopes. That's owned by Mr Ger Carl of Ballysimon. He also trains Kilmessan Jet. The 5-5 track record holder Tralee runs from trap 4, that's Rocking Bob. He was a winner previously here at Limerick a few months back. Young Ger McKenna here, seen with Deerfield's Leo, unbeaten to date to this 550-yard classic. And the outsider, Bohertoff Rogue, will run from trap 6. It's trained by Anne Wade. What a wonderful occasion Leger Night is here at the Marketsfield Stadium in Limerick. A young and old crowd enjoying the atmosphere here on Leger final night as the 5 dogs and 1 bitch are being loaded in the traps. And in a little over a minute from now, we'll know the winner of the 98 Leger. A lot of people are expecting Deerfield Sunset to win. He's drawn in trap 2. Next door on the inside, trap 1, Kerwick's Rose. Kilmessan Jet is 3. Rocking Bob is 4. Deerfield's Leo is in 5. And in trap 6, it's Bohertoff Rogue. Who'll win the Leger, we'll know quite soon. As the hare comes to the traps and Deerfield Sunset gets a flyer from trap 2. What a marvellous break from Bohertoff Rogue and Deerfield Leo into the first bend. It's Deerfield Sunset that has a handy lead down the back straight at this stage. Deerfield Sunset certainly well ahead at the moment. Kerwick's Rose now moving into second, but watch Kilmessan Jet. It's moved from 5th into 3rd at the second bend from home, but it's Deerfield Sunset still in the lead from Kerwick's Rose. This is a magnificent performance by Deerfield Sunset off the final bend, and look at it, romping home. Deerfield Sunset wins the Leger from Kerwick's Rose. It's close between Rocking Bob and Kilmessan Jet for 3rd. Well, the crowd certainly liked the winner in Deerfield Sunset. I'm sure a lot of them made a lot of money. Here we watch the race again. Deerfield Sunset getting off to a great start from trap 2 in this race. Kerwick's Rose not all that well away. Bohertoff Rogue broke well from 6, as indeed did 5, Deerfield's Leo. But into the first bend, it was Deerfield Sunset that had a slender lead from Deerfield's Leo and Bohertoff Rogue, and that perhaps was going to be decisive towards the end of the race. Down the far straight, we see Deerfield Sunset slightly stretching its advantage. Deerfield's Leo, however, and Bohertoff Rogue still in contention. But it's around now, Kilmessan Jet, locally owned here in Limerick, that made its splendid bid for glory, but it wasn't to be enough. It was up at the front, and Deerfield Sunset still leading from on that occasion. Kerwick's rose now in second position. Kilmesson Jet was still in third. And at the second bend from home, Deerfield Sunset was looking good. And off the final turn, it was Deerfield Sunset, owned by Father Brian Dalton, that was looking a winner true and true. And it was to win in a time of 30.03. And now the celebrations to honour the winner, Deerfield Sunset. The presentation of this splendid cup and cheque was made by Pat McKenna, the chairman of Golden Vale.
Father Brian, a wonderful performance, I think, by Deerfield Sunset. Broke very well from the traps.
Yeah, it was a great race, and he's a really good dog. I liked him before the Derby, and I followed him all the way, and I was determined to buy him. And hopefully he'll be a good dog next year.
What does it mean personally to you to win the Ledger?
Well, winning, I love winning. In fact, I would say that I take great delight in winning. It doesn't change my lifestyle one way or another. It's just that I have a real desire to win. And everything I put my hand to, I'm determined to win most of the time.
What now of Deerfield Sunset? Of course, it ran in the Derby and did quite well as group order. Looking at the Derby, I'm sure, for 99.
Yes, I am. This week he'll go to Joe McKenna, who trains most of my dogs. But I thank Joe Kenny for doing a great job. And hopefully we'll put him away for the winter. And next year he'll be out again.
Well known to many as a hurling analyst and indeed a hurling manager as well. Here at the Greyhound track in Limerick tonight, not for the first time, Cyril. Happy that Deerfield Sunset won the Ledger.
That's right, Mel. We'd have an interest in it in the sense that the owners, I'd know very well through horse racing and that, and it was an unusual final in the sense that there were 6 great dogs in it, but I'd say the best dog won, which is good for everyone, really.
It really was an excellent performance by Sunset. It broke very well.
I think once he broke, the race is over as such. You would be afraid of something else to get into, maybe win a break in front and cause a bit of trouble. But once he got away, I'd say the crowd felt that he was going to win. But he had done he's unbeaten in it so far, so he deserved his win.
What about your own interest in greyhounds? Have you greyhounds?
Neighbours of mine would have greyhounds like Colin Dervin and Noel Mullins from Gorton have a lot, and they've been Jerry Tyne and be training locally as well. And they'd be running here and in Galway. Anytime they'd be running, if you were around, you'd come to them.
Did you enjoy your night at the Dogs?
I did. I've been to the Macclesfield very many times to watch soccer games back in the 60s and early 70s when I first came to Limerick. This is my first time being at the Dogs, so to speak, and I enjoyed it. The buzz here is exceptional, and it was definitely a great night for Limerick.
Junior Minister for Education, Willie O'Dea. Willie, you've been here many times, of course, in the past to the Dogs. How did tonight fare out?
Tonight was magnificent. It's a great occasion altogether. And I was canvassing in Cork all day, and I was delighted to be able to come back here for this. The buzz is terrific.
I know you were in the hospitality suite watching the final itself. It's a great final.
Oh, great final! Marvelous, full of excitement. And I think the winning owner was immensely popular, and the trainer Joe Kenny, whom I know personally for many years. And, all in all, it adds to the occasion. A popular winner, great night out, buzz about the industry. We're going to put the money in to develop greyhound racing facilities to the highest standards in Europe. And rightly so. I mean, the industry is going through a marvellous renaissance, and you can feel the buzz here tonight.
Marvellous night, capacity crowd, brilliant buzz, great winner. And for me, it's most encouraging that we had the minister here and that we had the mayor of the city here and that we had a great winner. Father Brian Dalton has been a great ambassador for Ireland. Out in Florida in Deerfield, he has taken many greyhounds. He's a great purchaser of greyhounds. He's also a great ambassador for the greyhound racing in this country. And it is most encouraging for me as Chief Executive of Bornagon to see such a tremendous crowd enjoying themselves so much. This is a brilliant sport. And when we get better facilities here in Limerick, we will have capacity crowds here every night.
And of course, Deerfield Sunset and Father Brian Dalton got a wonderful response from the crowd.
And why did they get the response? They got the response because the people were delighted that such a man would win such a great prize. The Irish Greyhound St. Ledger, sponsored by Golden Vale, is second only to the Derby in significance in Irish Greyhounds. And I've been coming here for nearly 35 or 40 years watching Ledgers, and they're an amazing night. It's just the buzz, the atmosphere, the commitment by the people is just tremendous.
And so the traps come down on a wonderful 1998 Golden Vale Irish St Leger Classic here in front of a huge crowd at the Marketsfield Stadium in Limerick. Victory in the end went to Deerfield Sunset, led from start to finish, and wonderful scenes of celebration afterwards with the winning connections, and in particular the owner, Father Brian Dalton of Florida, who flew in during the week to be with us here in Limerick on this most special occasion. The 98 Leger was the 55th running of this great classic. We had a marvellous winner in Deerfield Sunset. We leave you with the final itself. Good evening.